Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giriraj Maharaj, Giriraj Maharaj, Giriraj Maharaj, Jaya Giriraj Maharaj, Shri Giriraj Maharaj ki, Shri Giri Govardhan ki, Shri Govardhan Puja ki, Shri Gonatai ki, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra ki, Shri Radhaparaseshwara ki, Agoda Premanandi, Shri Go Puja ki, Shri Go Krita ki, Gauranga Nityananda. Hare Krishna. I don't know how many of you can understand English. Hands up if you can understand English. Hands up if you can't understand English. You won't be able to put your hand up because you won't know what I'm saying.
Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un qui a besoin d'une traduction en français ou en autre langue? Quelle langue? Vous voulez bien voir hindi ou le français? Hindi.
How many devotees cannot understand English? Tell me. Or let's say, how many devotees, maybe they don't understand French or English?
English जानी ना हाथ ऊपर करिए. English जानी ना तो हाथ ऊपर करिए.
You're saying, suggesting they go into the other room, or what are you suggesting? I don't know. What do you think? If there's only one devotee, it's not necessary to translate. Yeah, still, it's very few. It'll take twice as long, and you'll cover half the subject.
Now the question is, who can translate from English to Hindi?
Do we need a translation to Hindi or Bengali, or what do we need?
You can translate yourself.
Yeah, in that room?
In that room. In simultaneous.
Which language?
From English to Hindi.
Hindi, not Bengali.
No, not Bengali.
Hindi. Anybody wants a Hindi, you can ask them. Anyone wants a Hindi translation? Maybe you can, it's not very long, just 30, 40 minutes into that room. Then we'll all be going outside for the puja. Hindi in that room there. Any other language required? Is that all that's required?
अगर किसी
को हिंदी में ट्रांसलेशन की जरूरत है तो दूसरे कमरे में जाइए लाइब्रेरी में.
Someone can ask anyone else, ladies, you may not understand English. Every one of you can understand English.
लाइब्रेरी में हिंदी में क्लास ट्रांसलेशन होगा तो आप वहाँ जा सकते हैं.
In here, I'm afraid, is English. What to do? We have French, English, Hindi, Bengali,
Pas besoin de traduction en français.
Nepali. Nepali? You okay? Krishna Prasad can understand English. So as you know, today is the auspicious day of Govardhan Puja. And probably you all know what is Govardhan Puja. You know what Govardhan Puja is? What is Govardhan Puja?
किस-किस को गोवर्धन?
You know? You know? Some do. You know? Probably not English. You speak English? You speak English? Little bit? Tamil. Vanakkam. Hare Krishna. Andre. Govardhan Puja, the worship of Govardhan, the great mountain of Govardhan. How many of you have been to Vrindavan Dham, near Delhi, Agra, Delhi? Quite a few of you have visited Vrindavan. Perhaps you've also been to Govardhan Hill. How many of you have been to see? What we can see is very little, of course, with these eyes. But still, when you go to Vrindavan, you go to Govardhan, you can feel something special, huh? Especially at Govardhan Hill. It doesn't look very tall. 70 foot, 20 meters only, high point. Not very tall. What we can see is only small. Yes, long. It is maybe 8 kilometers long. Quite long, thin. Devotees walk around, huh? How many of you have walked all the way around Govardhan? Walking, not on the rickshaw, walking. How many have walked it? Only 2 or 3. Very great purification, beneficial. How will he translate? There's no microphone. If he's in that room, how can he hear me?
On the live session. He's listening to live with his headphones and
Live? There's no. Oh, it's on the mobile. Okay. Live. This is life now.
yes.
This is life. This is not life anymore. This is life. You don't need people. You just need technology. Huh? Artificial intelligence. If you want to know about Govardhan, just press AI, whatever it is. Huh? Whatever.
ChatGPT.
Huh?
ChatGPT.
Something or another. You press that and you say, tell me about Govardhan Puja. But that won't help you to circumambulate Govardhan. This is an internal relationship associated with Govardhan. Worshipping Govardhan Hill when 5,000 years ago, when Krishna convinced the residents of Vrindavan to perform Govardhan Puja instead of Indra Puja. Krishna, he's the source of everything, even all the demigods. You worship Krishna, you don't need to worship everyone else. It's like when you feed your stomach. Do you need to feed the ear? Why not? You put the gulab jamun, huh? You put the idli, from South India. You put the whatever it is you like to eat in the mouth. Do you need to put it in the ear also? Or in the nose? No, in the leg? No. Automatically the leg, ear, nose, everything gets the benefit, huh? They don't do anything. The mouth does. But the stomach sends everyone benefit, huh? So similarly, sacrifice, puja, worship, done for Krishna, everyone benefits, huh? We've heard this morning, we're not going to go over again. Hare Krishna, Ujasvi. Good to see you again, long time. You just came back from India?
No, I don't go to India. I stay here.
No, go to India?
Not for Katika, medical.
Medical. Medical work.
Yeah.
So this morning we heard about the way that Krishna convinced Nanda Maharaj, all the residents of Vrindavan, don't perform this Indra Yajna. Perform Govardhan Yajna, or Govardhan Puja. And eventually they agreed. And he showed them what to do. So that took place on this day, 5,000 or more years ago. They circumambulated Govardhan, all the residents of Vrindavan. They offered huge quantities of foodstuffs to Govardhan Hill. It's just a mountain. What is this? But then when they did that, suddenly Govardhan manifested as a huge form of the Supreme Lord, as Krishna himself on top of the hill. Everyone was astonished. They realized that Govardhan Hill is none other than Krishna himself. He's also a devotee of Krishna, Haridasavaya. He's a worshipper. Worshipping Krishna means he's serving Krishna. Worshipping is not just, it is also, but it's not just bowing down and praying and like this, asking for something. It means doing that which the Lord wants. When you love somebody, you do what they want, isn't it? Isn't that love? It's not what I want. I love you because you satisfy me. And if you don't satisfy me, I don't love you. That's modern day idea. It's actually called lust. It's not love. Love means you just only think of what will please the beloved. So Govardhan is the best of devotees because he provides everything that Krishna and his devotees, Radharani and all the various residents of Raj, everything they need. The cows, they graze on Govardhan Hill. Now, of course, you don't see because there's not much grass anyway. It's mostly rock. Well, that's what we see. Why? Because our heart is rock. We're seeing through rock heart. Rock eyes. Stone-hearted. We haven't got that pure heart, that loving heart. Then one can actually start to understand or associate with Govardhan, with the Lord. But Govardhan is providing all the grass, all the various herbs, all the fruits and vegetables which are necessary in any society with cows and beautiful caves and jewels and all kinds of wonderful sitting places in the forests where the people can come and where Krishna can enjoy his pastimes, and beautiful waterfalls and rivulets. Everything's there on Govardhan. Everything. So Krishna said we should worship Govardhan. They eventually agreed, and they offered this great, countless preparations of food stuff to Lord Giriraj, who appeared on top of the mountain. And then they circumambulated and fed everybody. And it was a great festival. They had a wonderful day. But there was a little bit of worry about what Indra might say. Because suddenly his worship had been stopped. And who had stopped it? None other than a naughty little coward boy. Who Indra thinks, who is this proud boy? Who does he think he is? Well, I don't know what to, we got little time. What I'm going to do is, for the sake of fun, let's have a bit of fun. I wrote a poem maybe 30 years ago on Govardhan, because we were doing a what's called Braj Mandal Parikrama 20, 30 years ago. 30 days, 31 days of walking around Greater Braj everywhere, all the different vans of forests, big group of devotees. So every day we were doing a drama. And on this day, we were doing Govardhan. We were in Govardhan. So the Lokanath Maharaj, the leader of the party, asked if I could do dramas every day. So every day I'd write a different drama. And this is the one for Govardhan. Let's see, where should we begin? I'll tell the story. I'll just read this. That will make life very easy. So welcome to Govardhan on this very special day. Having worshipped the cow so dear, we now begin a play. We'd like to do the drama, but probably not ready for that. Depicting to some extent the wonders of the Lord, although in English script I hope you don't get bored. In Vrindavan, 5,000 years ago, Krishna displayed his transcendent show. With the gopis and the gopas and parents too, he performed wonderful pastimes which are forever true. The one that we will tell on this auspicious day will give us pleasure, drive suffering away. In poetic form, as much as we can, a tale will tell of Giri Govardhan. We pray for your mercy that we may present the story of Giriraj as it is meant. So the time has come, let us proceed, the scene is now set for an incredible deed. Govardhan, I won't sing the song, a little song, but I won't sing it. Once upon a time, I'll jump forward because we've already discussed the pastime which is mentioned here. Yes, we jump forward. So we're at the point where they're offering huge quantities of prashad bhoga to the Lord, or Lord Giriraj. And so we'll take it up just at this point. A great form he assumes, seen by all, to show that he and Govardhan are identical. Please offer me here Anakut. That's the name of the area, Govardhan, Anakut. Your grains, rice, subjis, dal and fruit, savours, dahi, pickles and rice, cakes, chapatis and everything nice. There are mountains of food around the hill, but Giriraj asks, bring more still, clicking his fingers. Any more, give me more and more and more and more. No one could satisfy his appetite, demanding more with every bite. What to do, where to get more? Everyone did empty their entire store. Balaram at last a problem did solve, by offering Tulsi he found the resolve. Then they began a great parikram of the greatest of mountains, Giri Govardhan. Put the cows in front, let us go, the importance of Govardhan all should know. Circumambulate the hill of Govardhan, every animal, child, woman and man, singing Krishna's glories as they walked. 'Twas Krishna alone about whom they talked. And then when we go outside, Krishna willing, in a short while, we will sing a song. Now, this is the song which is, may not have sung this song, but this is the song which one of our great acharyas wrote about this circumambulation of Govardhan Hill, performed 5,000 years ago by the Brajbasis. I won't do it now because we hope we're going to do it later. Let's see. So after they finished, the whole day is now a joyous day. Everyone's happy, well fed, danced and chanted and met and had a wonderful day. Their hearts were feeling so satisfied. But however, up in the heavens, something else was happening up there, at least where Indra was residing there. In the heavens above, Indra did hear. And it was Narada Muni, by the way, who told him. You know Narada Muni? This is his business, huh? He always, what we say, he's like the carry. They didn't need internet or WhatsApp in those days. Narada Muni would always deliver the right message at the right time. And the proper message, not this modern day, sometimes you get the wrong message. It's all too late by the time you get it because the whole world has heard it. They've all heard the falsity. In the heavens above, Indra did hear that Krishna had thwarted, that means stopped, had thwarted his puja, was clear. This puffed up boy, the arrogant child! Indra became maddened and wild. Samvartaka! Samvartaka is the clouds of destruction. They're called upon at the end of the universe to destroy everything. Samvartaka! Come and bring your mate. I made it single, it should be plural. To Vrindavan we all go to devastate. Attack Vrindavan with torrential rain. Thunder and lightning bring unbearable pain. Hailstones big like giant football. Columns of water should constantly fall. Hailstones big like... Where did this come from? I can't remember doing this one. Hailstones big like giant basketballs. I don't think I put that in. Strange. They didn't have basketball then. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Maybe they do in heaven. Hailstones big like giant basketballs. Columns of water like Niagara Falls. I think I must have been in America when I did this one. I probably did this repeat in America somewhere. These are American. Accompanied by thunder and lightning. That certainly will be most terribly frightening. Clouds now come. We'll show that boy. To Vrindavan, let's go. We will surely destroy. A storm like you've never seen before. Devastating. Columns this thick of water just pouring down. Hailstones bigger than you. Hey, hailstones bigger than you. Can you imagine? Big hailstones like this. Crashing down. Winds. Enormous. Hurricanes. Woo! So fast. Oh, attacked Vrindavan, huh? The Brijvasis, that's the residents of Vrindavan, called, Krishna, save us, please. So Krishna lifted Govardhan with ease. There's a lot more to this story. We'll go on with the power in a minute, but we're around to Krishna, I don't know. I'll tell it afterwards. We'll finish the poem and then we'll go back. Upon the small finger of his left hand, this is what you hear, isn't it? He lifted, in all the scriptures it says his left hand, but in the, the folklore, the people's minds, the hearts, he lifted it with a little pinky, the little finger of his left hand. He picks up the great mountain and tells everyone, let's come, just come with me. Under the mountain we shall go. And he picks up the mountain like a child may pick up a flower. Or a mushroom, picks it up, holds it on the little finger of his left hand, like just enjoying himself up there. The mountain's enjoying himself. This fulfilling one of the reasons Krishna does this is to fulfill the desire of Govardhan. He wants to serve all the devotees. We think mountain, what is that? So it's not. Everything is conscious. The spiritual world, mountains, trees, birds, beasts, flowers, grass, earth, air, everything is conscious. So Govardhan very much wanted this. And Krishna was looking forward to this pastime, and now it's happening. Thank you, Indra, for allowing us this great opportunity. And so up goes Mount Govardhan, and everybody, cows, everyone, all millions of residents, all suddenly enter underneath. Govardhan became it became like Umbrella?
An umbrella.
Yeah, like an umbrella, but it becomes like a paradise. That's the word I like. It's more than paradise under there. If you lift up a mountain, have you ever been in a cave?
Yes.
Cave, deep inside? Okay, it's mysterious, but you wouldn't call it a paradise exactly. Maybe if there's some beautiful lake or rivers and some lights and things. But no, it's kind of scary. You're under 1 billion tons of rock, which could crash on you. It's dark, dingy, scary, right? Things dripping down. There's nothing there. I mean, there's nothing to eat, nothing. Even your mobile doesn't work. It's like hell. When your mobile doesn't work, you're completely lost, right? Imagine that. Terrible scene. But no, everything was there. Beautiful. Everything was arranged. More beautiful than anything you could ever imagine was manifested there for the service of Krishna and all the devotees. Upon the small finger of his left hand for 7 days did Govardhan stand, Holding the hill was Krishna's fun, giving shelter to everyone. Ha ha ha! Under the hill, come and stay, all your fears will go away. Within this hill you will find every need. Loving exchanges we will share indeed. 7 days passed, and Indra did come to the point of frustration. He's been pounding down the mountain, on the mountain and Vrindavan, unending rains and stones, hailstones and thunder and lightning, even with his own, what do you call it? Thundercloud, thunder, what's it called? His weapon. Indra's weapon, what's it called?
Thunderbolt.
In English, what's it called? He sends thunderbolts with his Gajras or whatever it's called. Boom. He's sending thunderbolts like anything. Indra's boom, trying to, nothing. Everything didn't seem like, and the amazing thing is that, they're all enjoying themselves like anything under there, having an amazing party underneath Govardhan Hill. Krishna stood there, everyone's there. Every resident of Vrindavan, 24 hours a day, is having Krishna's darshan. It's not like, they're all, help, help. They're all completely fearless and full bliss. And Indra's going crazy out there with his clouds. There's water all around, everything's flooded, but Govardhan, nothing. All the animals, the dogs and the pigs and all the other animals, they're on the hill. They're high above the clouds. The mountain just rose way above the clouds, so they're all protected up there. And all the inhabitants of Vrindavan are down below. Even Krishna's Yogamaya expanded herself and was drying up all the water. Sudarshan Chakra came there, spinning around, and no water was affecting any of the residents of Vrindavan. And even Anantashesh came and curled all around the mountain. Anantashesh, with his long coils, went all around the mountain and no water could cross over. It was like a huge, dam, blocking all the water. All around was totally flooded. But nothing touched the devotees of Vrindavan and Govardhan. Completely. It was so frustrating for Indra. He was just going crazy. 7 days passed, and Indra did come to the point of frustration. The clouds, they did run. He realized his match he had more than met. His foolish behavior he began to regret. The rain, it did stop. The sky became clear. Now you can leave. There is nothing to fear, Krishna said. Krishna placed Govardhan back on the ground. I mean, if you read the pastimes of the Acharyas, they give you a long description of this. It wasn't quite like that. The cowboy said, you go first, Krishna, we'll hold up the mountain. So Krishna, all right. So he kind of half let them do it, but came crashing down. He picked it up again, and then they all left, and then Krishna left. Then he placed it back down. I mean, you can't imagine how anyone can lift. 1 billion cranes couldn't have lifted up Govardhan Hill, even if they were 100 miles high. It's not possible. Govardhan cannot be lifted by any material means. It's the eternal spiritual realm of the Lord, which appears in this place in Vrindavan. There are different stories about the appearance of Govardhan. Probably won't have time. Maybe we'll tell if we have. Krishna placed Govardhan back on the ground, assured the devotees that all was sound. Throughout the heavens all did rejoice with showers of flowers' melodious voice. They danced and sang with great delight to see Krishna defeat Indra's might. So everyone, except for Indra, wasn't very happy. He was very angry in the beginning. Now he's very depressed. That's the result of anger, isn't it? After a while, you become depressed. It's like the two extremes. If you don't get what you want, you become depressed. So he was really depressed. Not only, and we'll see in a minute, but 7 days had gone by. So actually, today is the day when the Govardhan Puja is celebrated. This pastime takes place over the next 8 days. If you really want to celebrate, you can have a 11-day festival. Actually, the first day, Krishna convinces the residents to perform this puja, which they do. The next day, Indra gets wind of it, gets everyone ready. Next day, he attacks Vrindavan for 7 days. The next day, after 7 days, he goes back to heaven really depressed. What to do? And then on the next day, what I guess is about the 10th or 11th day, he comes back to Vrindavan. We'll hear about that. Where do we get to? When poor Indra was totally floored, his common sense was at last restored. So first thing Indra did, well, of course, besides feeling really depressed, he asked his spiritual master Brihaspati what to do. Brihaspati said, maybe you should go to talk to Lord Brahma. Maybe Lord Brahma can help you. Lord Brahma also misbehaved, you could say, even the creator of the universe, misjudged Krishna's position. You remember that past time when Brahma tried to test Krishna? What did he do? What did he do? He stole. He tried to steal. He again don't think that this is some kind of competition going on here, that any ordinary conditioned soul can kind of like try to compete. There is no competition. It may look like that, but there's not. Lord Brahma tried to steal away the calves and the cowherd boys, like we're doing. We're trying to steal when we are in the mentality we've already think we've got it, to steal Krishna's property, enjoy his parts and parcels, enjoy his property like that. We think like that, same thing. So Lord Brahma, he was trying to steal the cow to show his own so-called potency. So, and another story we won't tell, but how he tried to steal them away, and of course he was also completely overwhelmed by Krishna, who completely showed him up, completely humiliated him in one sense, with his unending opulences far greater than anything Brahma could ever imagine. And when Brahma came to his senses, of course, he surrendered to Krishna and begged forgiveness. So Brihaspati said, well, maybe you go and see him, he might give you some good advice. So Indra went to see Lord Brahma, and Lord Brahma, oh dear, 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 what have you done? It's true that I made a big mistake. I tried to steal away the calves of the cowherd boys, but you tried to kill them. A little bit of difference there. I'm not quite sure what we could do about this one. I don't know what's going to come your way. Indra was very worried about a reaction coming his way right now. So Brahma gave him some very good advice. He told him to go to see somebody. Who was that? He said to Indra, you go and see some. Who was that he said to go and see? Who remembers? Pardon?
Mother Surabhi?
Yes, Mother Surabhi. You know Surabhi? You know who Mother Surabhi is? Who is Surabhi? Huh? Yes, you could say the worshipful cow. The eternal associate in the spiritual realm are known as Surabhis, the cows of Krishna. So there's a Surabhi cow amongst the devas, amongst the heavenly planets, who's like the mother of the cows in the universe. Go see her. She is very dear to Krishna. This whole festival was basically performed for the pleasure of the cows, the worship of the cows. That's why Govardhan, protector or the shelter of the cows. Everything for the cows. The cows, they're a Vaishya community, they're sustained by the cows, they look after cows. Nowadays we don't see much. But they were Vaishyas. So the cows were the center of their lives. So go to see Mother Surabhi, she may be to help you. Along with Surabhi, he came to plead to forgive him for his terrible deed. I committed offense, being puffed up with pride. Now at your lotus feet I wish to reside. Krishna forgave him and told him to stay, king of heaven, but keep pride away. I punish you that you should behave in a way for your ultimate good. Even though you have a powerful post, it gives you no reason that you should boast All that you have is the grace of the Lord. 'Tis he alone that should be adored. Now back to the heavens you must go. We are busy here with our transcendental show. For those who recite, remember or hear the pastime of Giriraj, which is most dear. To them all fears will go away, and pride and arrogance they will not display, but awaken their love for the carrot boy who lifted Govardhan just like a toy. All glories to Sri Giriraj, the wonderful mountain of Holy Braj. That was just a little poem which we read, or we did it with a drama. It was a dramatic performance, you know. We can't do that today because we're not exactly in a position to do so. But it's wonderful to hear these particular pastimes of the Lord, and to remember them in our lives. It purifies us of pride when we hear of these wonderful pastimes of Krishna. We have another 10 minutes. Okay. Well, we'll just briefly discuss a little bit more. I'll just read some of the commentaries on this pastime a little bit. And this is, let's see where we are here. Go to the beginning. A beautiful verse from Brihad Bhagavatamrita. Govardhano jayate shalakuladi rajo yogo pikari rutito haridasavaya Krishnena shakra makabanga kvitachitoya saptahamasya karapatma talepya yavatsit. All glories to Govardhan, the emperor of lordly mountains. The Lord's dear gopis called him the best servant of Hari, Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna disrupted the sacrificeful worship of Indra to worship Govardhan instead, and then the hill resided for a week on the Lord's lotus palm. A little commentary. Little commentary here by Sanatana Goswami. Originally, although Sri Govardhan currently appears as a long, low hill, well, this is a commentary of Gopi Puranadana. He is actually the greatest of mountains, surpassing in glory the Himalayas, even Mount Sumaru, and all the other mighty ranges and peaks. Exceeding the power of any mere mountain, he serves Krishna in Krishna's personal abode in several intimate ways. He pleases Krishna so much that the gopis of Vraj have singled him out for praise. We've already discussed that this morning, so I won't read it again. But that great mountain, well, there's a nice story. One time, one great Muni, his name was Pulastya Muni, he was performing austerities in Kashi. How many of you have been to Kashi, Varanasi? Varanasi, Benares, on the river Ganga. It used to be called Kashi, place where Lord Shiva is worshipped, especially Lord Shiva is worshipped there. But there are many Vaishnavas there. There's also Bindu Madhava temple, Krishna temple, they're beautiful temples. So he was, this Pulastya Muni, this great sage, was a great mystic. So one day he was traveling. They can travel they don't need to get into Air India or Air France aeroplanes. When they want to go somewhere through Mantra, they can travel, right? Much safer than Air India or any of these other airlines. Traveling by Mantra, they don't crash, you know. They don't have to worry about all these things. So he was traveling and he came to the western side of the Himalayas and he saw this gorgeous mountain, absolutely gorgeous mountain, which was Govardhan, of course, but this is just a historical story. It's not that Govardhan comes from there. Govardhan is eternally residing in the holy Dham of Vraj. But sometimes for the sake of pastimes he appears in different ways like this. So he appeared there, a beautiful little mountain. He was born of Mount Dronachal, a great mountain in the Himalayas. Mountains also give birth. Now this is quite inconceivable to, you could say, modern science. But even let's face it, even a human being giving birth to a child is inconceivable, isn't it? When we really look down on the details therein, it's inconceivable how it happens. No one can really, you just can't understand exactly how. You could say this does this and this, but it doesn't explain exactly what's going on there. So the mountain, Dronachal, gave birth to this beautiful child named Govardhan. So the king, the sage saw this beautiful Prince Govardhan, this son of King Dronachal, king of the mountains there. And he very much desired, because Kashi is a little flat. I don't know, the land seems a little flat there on the Ganga. Huh? So he was thinking how nice it would be to have a mountain there to meditate next to, you know. So he thought, So he went to Dronachal, and, you know, being a great sage, when any saintly person comes to your home, you're supposed to offer charity. Please ask, what do you want? Isn't it? So be careful. You say, how can I serve you? You have to be ready for whatever it may be. So he said, please, how can I serve you? He said, I want to have your son, Govardhan. Oh no, oh no, no, oh no. The mountains start to cry. My son, my darling son. No, you've heard this story before in Ramayana probably, huh? Huh? Isn't it? When Lord Ramchandra, when Vishwamitra Muni wanted to take his son, you probably heard before. So you know how a father who loves his son so much would feel. Take my son. No, I need to take him. I want to take him to Kasi so I can meditate on Govardhan. Huh? Oh no. Then Govardhan spoke up. Oh, no, I will come. I want to go. Only on one condition. Wherever you put me down, there I will stay. I will not move. Oh, fine. I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to go straight to Kashi. So Govardhan agreed, and father had no choice. So Pulastya Muni picked up Govardhan on his hand and started flying, just like Hanuman picked up the mountain, Gandhamandan or whatever it's called. He picked it up on his hand and flew to Lanka. He picked up Govardhan, and off he went, flying happily towards Kashi. How fortunate am I? But by the will of the Lord, of course, they happened to fly over the area of Braj on the way to Kashi. He didn't know, but that was special arrangement of the Lord, because that's where he wanted to be. So when Pulastya Muni was flying over Vrindavan, suddenly, out of nowhere, he suddenly had an irresistible urge of nature. You know what that means? An irresistible urge of nature? I don't know if that English terminology makes any sense to you. What does it mean? Anyone know? I mean, maybe we shouldn't say in front of the deities, I don't know. What does it mean? You know what it means, don't you? Do you? Maybe. You know what it means? You know what it means? What does it mean?
Go to the toilet, no?
Huh?
Go to the toilet.
Yes! They didn't have toilets in those days like we have. Nature's call. Nature's call. He suddenly couldn't hold on any longer. You know what it's like. You can't kind of do it in the air, you know. It's not at all appropriate. So he had no choice but to come down to earth, so to speak. And he couldn't do anything about it. It was unbearable. You may have had that experience yourself, I don't know. He came down. It's like Yoga, in this case, I don't know, Mahamaya, Yogamaya, whatever, calls him, and he was completely overwhelmed, and he forgot. And he came down to the earth, put Govardhan down, did his business, came back, tried to pick up Govardhan, couldn't move an inch. Couldn't move Govardhan an inch. Wouldn't move. Govardhan wouldn't move. He became angry like anything. I curse you. What did he do? He cursed the mountain. What did he do? How did he curse? It's a long time ago. Long time ago. What does that mean? Huh? Sinking to the ground. That you're sinking to the size of the height of a mustard seed. You'll sink. So as I say, a long time ago, Govardhan was miles high. You know, I don't know how many, 8, 10 miles high. Like, I don't know how much that is. 13 kilometers or something, maybe more. Very, very high and huge. Previous age. And gradually sinking. And now for the next 10,000 years, or for 9,500, you may see a little remains above the surface of Govardhan, but after 9,500 years it said you won't see anything. Govardhan will be unmanifested. It's there, but we cannot see. From external eyes, we can see nothing. The whole pastime is Atakshri Krishna Namadi, that we have to purify our consciousness, our means of seeing. And these pastimes are help to purify our hearts so that we can actually think of Krishna, remember Krishna, understand what it means to worship Krishna. It's not just a ritual, it's an actual relationship. Developing a loving relationship with Krishna. That's the whole idea. Because when the heart, Premanjala Charita Bhakti Vilochanena Santak Sadaiva Yeshu Vilokayanti Yang Shama Sundamachinta Gunasha Rupam Govindam Maripurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Only when the heart is saturated with a salve of love, actual love, not just knowledge, not just rituals, not even just ability to do things. That's all possibly good if we do it in relation with Krishna, but ultimately it has to be prema, premanjana. The heart has to be full of loving affection towards Krishna. Only that person can see. The Lord can only be seen with one whose eyes are tinged with a salve of love. The whole idea is to develop that love beyond the material, let's say, understanding of things, by purifying our consciousness within through hearing and chanting about Krishna. I'll just read a little bit more because time is short. Narada Muni. Okay, this is just a very interesting statement giving a little bit more details about how Indra reacted when he heard that Krishna has thwarted the Indra Puja. Sri Narada said, when from my mouth Indra heard that his sacrifice had been stopped and a festival for Govardhan hill performed in its place, Indra became furious. Unleashing the Samvartaka clouds used at the time of cosmic destruction, Indra sent them to destroy Vrindavan. The clouds thundered with anger. They were many wonderful colors, some black, some yellow, some green, some of the color of an Indragopa insect, some the color of camphor, some the color of blue lotuses. They weren't just ordinary clouds. They were all different colors, shapes, and sizes. They were living beings. Furious, they showered raindrops as big, bigger than you, as big as elephants. You imagine elephants falling from the sky in torrents? That would be the end of Paris, wouldn't it? If there was a storm like this, raindrops as big as this room crashing down on the city. And thunderbolts as big as elephants' trunks. Big as mountain peaks, millions of rocks fell. Wasn't this? Rocks were falling also. The wind threw away many trees and houses. O king of Mithila, the earth was filled with ferocious, terrifying and devastating sounds of thunder. The entire universe with the 7 planetary systems and the expanses of outer space echoed with the sounds of thunder. The elephants holding the directions trembled. The stars fell to the circle of the earth. Wishing to save themselves, the gopas and families with their children in front ran to Nanda's palace. Terrified, the people of Braj bowed down before the 2 supreme lords, Krishna and Balaram, surrendered to them and took shelter of them. This is another kind of obvious lesson, that there is no shelter except for the shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna and Balaram. The gopas said, Balaram, Balaram, O mighty armed Krishna, Krishna, O master of Braj, save us, save your poor people, your people from these calamities brought by Indra. By your word, we stopped the Indra Yagya and offered a festival for Govardhan. As a child effortlessly holds, it's a bit more, just cut it off there. As a child effortlessly holds a mushroom, or as an elephant holds a lotus in its tongue, so Sri Krishna, the Prince of Braj, the King, the kind, supreme personality of Godhead, held Govardhan hill. Lord Krishna said to the Gopas, "Father, mother, kings of Gopas, take your relatives, associates, household paraphernalia, wealth and cows, and go beneath the hill. There you need not fear Indra." When they heard Lord Krishna's words, the Gopas took their families, cows and household paraphernalia, and went under the hill. O king, when Krishna asked Balaram and all the boys his age, steady the hill with their sticks. Of course, they were just doing it in formality. Actually, Krishna was simply holding it. But they were also putting their sticks up, thinking, we also have to help here. Poor Krishna must be getting very tired holding this hill, you know. And they were massaging his hand as best they could and so on, and trying to keep him going. But Krishna was having no problems whatsoever. He was enjoying himself, and sometimes he would appear to quiver a little bit, but that was for other reasons. Seeing a great flood of water coming in his mind, Lord Krishna ordered, we've already mentioned, Lord Shesha and Sudarshan Chakra to come. Brilliant as 10 million suns, the Sudarshan Chakra hovered above the hill and drank up the falling streams of water, as Agastya Muni drank up the ocean. It goes on. For 7 days, Lord Krishna steadily held the hill. As if they had become chakora birds, the stunned Gopas gazed at Lord Krishna Chandra. Mounting his maddened elephant, Airavata, and accompanied by his armies, furious Indra went to the circle of Raj. Wishing to destroy Nanda's village, and Indra threw his thunderbolt. Terrified, Krishna suddenly paralyzed both the thunderbolt and the arm that threw it. Terrified, Indra fled with the demigods and the clouds, as if he were an elephant wounded by a lion. Suddenly the sun rose, the clouds were gone, the wind stopped, and the streams carried very little water. The ground dried up, the sky became clear, and the animals and birds became happy, and everybody left Govardhan Hill and went about their business joyfully. So please take advantage of this day. We're going outside now to circumambulate Govardhan Hill. Is that right? Never managed to print those songs, did we? How was that? No time. So what shall I do?
Maybe we sing here.
Huh?
We sing here, this bhajan, to have the lyrics. So
It's not the same. But we won't be able to get it out there. There's so many of us anyway. You won't be able to get it. Okay, we can do it here. You want to do it here? You'll have to get my computer to the screen. We do it here, then we'll go outside. Just imagine we're going round and round Govardhan Hill. Okay? I'm going to ask you all to join in with one verse only. It's a very simple verse. Let me see, where is it? I'm going to have to look it up because I wasn't planning to do this. Just give me a second. Who can collect? Who's here who can connect my computer to the screen?
I don't know if it is already connected.
Is it connected? You sure?
You can try, Maharaj.
We'll try.
Cast.
Okay, let's try.
Okay, I know. I will project it from this computer.
Pardon? No, you have to have my computer. We did it this morning. We can do it again, I think. Nothing's impossible here. I don't know why it's not showing up here. Yeah, it was working fine this morning. I'm not sure why this strip is across here, blocking my access to the slides. Some problem there. I don't know why, but you have to let me go for a minute because I've got to, first, without going on there, I've got to open it because it's not letting me open it because it's a different system on there. Don't connect me. Yeah, that's it. Now I can do it. Because otherwise it wasn't letting me read this, you see. Yeah, I'm going to go there and then we'll just bongle through. Here we are, Guru Puja. Okay, you ready? So we did exactly the same thing this morning. So there's one line which I want you to learn. And I'll sing the other ones if we can get online. I don't know. He did it quickly this morning.
Who did it?
What's his name? Master Prayana. It has nothing to do with this.
No?
No. He connected me to internet and I was on.
It was an online document? Or?
No, straight from my computer. Anyway, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do it, gentlemen and ladies.
Rasa? Arena, can you come to project the screen of my head?
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. Yeah, it's about 12 slides. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama, same as you did this morning. Hare Krishna. What have you got? Is it on there? Hare Anything there?
Yes, ma'am.
Give us a thumb up if it's there. Is it there?
Yes.
Okay, turn off the light. Turn off the light. Kartals. Madanga. Madanga, someone play Madanga, please. So this is a song. It's written. Okay. All right, okay. Stop chanting! Oh, that's the wrong drama. That's the Chankazi drama. Sorry about that. This is you will find this in one literature called Gopal Champu. It's written by Jiva Goswami. And within this pastime of Govardhan Leela, he has put this song, which was sung as they're circumambulating Govardhan Hill. The men would sing one line and the ladies would sing another, okay? So I want all of you to sing one line and I'll sing the other line. Of course, you can join in too if you want. So it's called Giri Pujayam. Who performed the worship of Govardhan Hill? Okay? And you'll see more or less a relevant picture which goes along with each verse. So there's two lines here. The first is Giri Pujayam Vihita Kena. So I want you to all sing that together. I'll sing it with you. Then I'll sing the next line, okay? You can join only if you can follow. We'll try. It's going to take a little while to get into the rhythm because we're trying to do two things at once here. I need a button presser on my computer. You know how to do that? I'll just go back one. Stop. Only when I finish do you press the button. So let's sing. Giri Pujayam Vihita Kena, Giri Pujayam Achi Shakapadam Abbayam Yena, Arachi Sakapadam Abbayam Yena, Arachi Sakapadam Abbayam Yena, who performed the worship of Govardhan Hill, he who fiercely usurped in this position. You don't have to say that. Oh, Giri Pujayam Vihita Kena, Giri Pujayam Vihita Kena, Giri Pujayam Vihita Kena, Giri Pujayam Vihita Kena, Putanikasa Nihatayena, Putanikasa Nihatayena, who performed the worship of Govardhan Hill, perform the worship of Govardhan Hill, he who killed Putana. Oh, Giri Pujayam Vihita Kena, Giri Pujayam Vihita Kena, Giri Pujayam Vihita Kena, Trinavatanu Dharanam Yena, Trinavatanu Dharanam Yena, perform the worship of Govardhan Hill, perform the worship of he who crushed the Trinavata demon. Giri Pujayam Vihita Kena, Yamalajuna, no, Giri Pujayam Vihitakena Jamarajuna Taramudakaliena Jamarajuna Taramudakaliena Jamarajuna Taramudakaliena. We perform the worship of Govardhan Hill. He who uprooted the Jamarajuna trees, he uprooted the Jamarajuna trees. He Pujayam Vihitakenam Giri Pujayam Vihitakenam Sabakasura Hananam Yenam Rakapakasura Hananam Yenam. Perform the worship of Govardhan Hill. He who destroyed Vakasura and Bakasura. Giri Pujayam Vihitakena Pujayam Vihitakena Giri Pujayam Vihitakena Ramadasura Maranam Yenam Ramadasura Maranam Yenam. Perform the worship of Govardhan Hill. He who brought death to Vyomasura and Agasura. He who brought death to Vyomasura and Agasura. Pujalam Vihitakena Giri Pujayam Giri Pujayam Vihitakena Kaliyadamanam Kalitamayena Kaliyadamanam Kalitamayena. Perform the worship of Govardhan Hill. Perform the worship of Govardhan Hill. He who chastised the Kaya serpent, he who chastised the Kaya serpent. Giri Pujayam Vihitakena Giri Pujayam Vihitakena Arapalambaka Samanam Yena Arapalambaka Samanam Yena. Perform the worship of Govardhan Hill. He who suppressed the wicked Alambasura. Pujayam 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 Giri Pujayam Vihitakena Avayudmam Parihitam Yena Avayudmam Parihitam Yena. Perform the worship of Govardhan Hill. He who slaughtered through forest fires. Giri Pujayam Vihitakena Giri Pujayam Vihitakena Sakati Kamsa Sakatamyena Sakati Kamsa Sakatamyena Giri Pujayam Vihitakena. Perform the worship of Govardhan Hill. He who cancer always fears. Giri Pujayam Giri Pujayam Giri Pujayam Vihitakena 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 Pujayam Ritakena. Jai Giriraj Maharaj Ki. So now we'll proceed to the hill of Govardhan. And we're going to circumambulate the mighty hill. It's so high you will not be able to see the top of it. It's about 50 kilometers high, is that right?
Yes,
And about 5,000 kilometers long, so it's going to take us a long time to circumambulate. I hope you're all ready. Are we all ready? Yeah. Everyone ready?
Yes.
You have to gather up all the paraphernalia, put it away. And now we're going to go on Parikrama to Govardhan. Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Giriraj, 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 Giriraj. We're going to the tent. We're going to the tent. Govardhan here is in the tent. It's a very big tent. Really big. You won't be able to measure how big it is. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I don't know where my shoes are. Where are my slippers?
Oh, sleeper.
Oh, there they are. Oh, way outside. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, put them there. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Jaya Jai Govardhan, Jai Govardhan, Jai Govardhan, Jaya Jai Govardhan, Krishna Giriraj Maharaj ki! You can all come in around the side. Come inside. There's 1,008 preparations.
10,000.
Oh, 10,008.
10,008.
Yeah, maybe with a 1 0 missing.
Please move in front so that everyone can come in. Yes. Come inside.
Whose Giriraj is on the altar, on the hill?
Yours.
No, that's not mine.
Yours is also there.
Where?
On the right. On the top right.
Oh, he's on the hill. Okay. I was seeing down the bottom. I couldn't see at the top.
Top. Govardhan.
Mine's on top of the hill on the right. Right side at the top.
Please move forward
Is that-
again. There is more devotees to come in.
If you have any preparations, bring them now because Giriraj is very, very hungry. He's very hungry. Yeah, I'll do Aarti. Who's going to do Kirtan? Somebody with a good voice and a powerful voice and knows what they're doing.
Yes, maybe Revati.
No, maybe you. Someone with a powerful voice. So everyone can follow. You're here. Is Revati here?
सब आगे आ जाइए.
I don't think he's here anyway.
यहाँ पे बहुत जगह है.
Somebody's got to go for it now, otherwise I have to lead. I can't. The kirtan's the main thing, not the Aarti. I either have to wear my shoes or move this over. No, I can't. I want to move this over.
Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanami
Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Next Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
hands over the hill. We do not put our hands over the hill. I don't need it. We don't put our hands over the hill. We don't put our hands over the hill to pass things. I don't need this now. I'm not thinking.
Costa Rica
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Normalement, faut le faire en courant. Normalement.
That's all there is.
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Ça c'est pour ça transféré en même temps ou c'est non, ça c'était sur la pour le son. Ah d'accord. Il a fait tourner. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram.
I think my Giriraj is angry with Indra. It looks like he's angry with Indra. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Giri Pujayam Vihita Kena 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 Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan
Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan
Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan
Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan
Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan
Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Hare. Hare
There.
There, Maharaj.
We just moved the table.
Move the table there.
Take this table.
It will not be picking and choosing.
No picking.
And choosing.
No choosing. No losing.
No, no.
No picking, choosing or losing, okay? Oh, I see. We're already off to a roaring start here. Oh. A roaring start. That makes life a lot easier. Here, take. Very special. Maharishi Prabhu is Srila Prabhupada's disciple. Haribo! This must be the 52nd or 3rd Govardhan Puja ceremony that you've observed. Hare Krishna. I hope many more.
50.
Hare Krishna, more than 50. Oh, maybe 51. You joined in 75, so this would be 51. Yeah, 75 the first one, and this is 51. Srila Prabhupada ki! Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura
Nitai.
Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath
Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath.
Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Baladeva Jaya Subhadra
Jaya Baladev, Jaya Subhadra, Jaya Baladev, Jaya Subhadra.
Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya
Subhadra, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra.
Radha Parishwara Radha Parishwara Radha Radhe Radha Parishwara Radhe Jaya Radha Parishwara Radha Parishwara Radhe Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol.
Sister.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.